Jomo Castro, been with External Affairs for about 2 years out of St. Louis, Missouri, and been with AT&T for 17 years. I've been a member of Hacemos for about 16 and a half years. So I started I joined Hacemos shortly after I joined the company. I joined to network, to meet new people. I was in a new city out of Chicago, Illinois, and it dawned on me how much more it was during an event where we delivered Christmas gifts to a preschool in Little Mexico in Chicago, Illinois. And I saw the impact on those kids who, for many of them, that would be their only Christmas present of the season. And it was there that I realized the impact that the group was having. As I moved to St. Louis, which is my hometown, I reconnected with the Hacemos chapter there. And moving to St. Louis, moving home, was a strange experience for me. I was practically in culture shock moving back to my hometown. I was going from a multicultural workforce and city to St. Louis to something that was not. Hacemos gave me hope that there were others that I could relate to and work with and work toward to better the community. As far as growing up is concerned, I grew up in an area of St. Louis called University City, which is actually a very diverse place. My background is multicultural. And one of the blessings from my childhood is the fact that I knew 3 sets of grandparents. I knew grandparents on both sides, plus my great-grandparents. On my mom's side, it was Russian and Polish, and on my dad's side, it was Spanish. Growing up where I grew up, I was going to a high school that was 80% African American, and I found myself as a Spanish, Russian, Jew, not relating to the African Americans, not relating to the Caucasians. I always felt like an other of the other. Getting back to those 3 sets of grandparents, it was, you get that back to knowing them, to hearing their history. Friday night dinners were a constant, for where my great-grandmother would be the cook. And that was always a special time because I grew up, it was me and my mom. And that was the one real dinner we would have every week. And then there were the visits to my grandparents, Joe and Molly, in Florida every year, like an annual pilgrimage. I was named after them, Jomo. Those visits were always special to me, and it wasn't until really when I was much older, as I approached college age, that I really understood their history. I'd always heard my grandfather talk in many dialects, many different languages. When he'd talk to the guy in Spanish when he was out washing his car, and it wasn't really until then that I even understood that I had Hispanic roots. And that was a powerful realization and something I carried and wanted to explore further as I went into college. As far as AT&T is concerned, one thing I love is the fact that they do embrace diversity, that they walk the talk. With Hacemos, one of our keystone events is High Technology Day, and I've been honored to lead that on a national level several times, and on a local level several times as well. And one thing that I really enjoy about that is seeing the light bulbs go off for the young people, to put people of color in front of them that are engineers, that have made it, that maybe have a similar background as them, and these might be careers that they never even thought of or envisioned for themselves. And one of the most powerful things about running it on a national scale is when I would get kudos from a colleague for arranging a public speaker in Los Angeles and how that impacted the students that she had and how my decision impacted her team and those children. My name is Jomo. I am an American with a multicultural background and influences, and I'm proud to work for AT&T.